Charlie Sheen, you've had sex with a lot of porn stars. What's so special about little Charlie?
It fires in a way that is, I don't know, maybe not from this particular terrestrial realm.
Okay. Is it true your sex addiction cost you a career as a geologist?
I don't know, man. I was banging 7-gram rocks and finishing them because that's how I roll. I have one speed, I have one gear. Go.
Have you ever tried to watch an episode of Good News Week?
And it was epic. And it was radical.
Entertaining!
Or it bored the hell out of me after a while. I was like, okay, let's try something else.
It's Good News Week. Someone dropped a bomb somewhere, contaminating the atmosphere and flattening the sky. It's Good News Week. Someone found a way to give the running dead a will to live, go on and never die. It's Good News Week. Hello. It's Good News Week. It's Good News Week. Hey. It's Good News Week. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome to Good News Week. And the big news? A carbon tax, a carbon tax. We're all going to have a carbon tax. It's a carbon tax, a carbon tax. We're all going to have a carbon tax. After stating categorically that there will be no carbon tax under the government I lead, Julia Gillard has announced a carbon tax, a carbon tax. We're going to... To be fair, this is real Julia, who is like fake Julia, except for the word no. It's quite a turnaround from the person who made Kevin Rudd dump his emissions trading scheme. But unlike other politicians who deny it when they backflip, Gillard is going, ta-da! It's a carbon tax, we're all gonna... Julia says circumstances have changed. She's now in minority government with the Greens, and this is the parliament the people of Australia voted for. Sort of. Tony Abbott called on the Prime Minister to be the first person to pay the emissions tax, because clearly her pants are on fire. It's a carbon tax, a carbon tax. We're all going to have a carbon tax. Carbon tax, a carbon tax. We're all going to have a carbon tax. A politician broke a promise. Are we supposed to be shocked? The key word in that sentence is politician. If Jesus broke a promise, we might well be surprised. Speaking of which, wasn't he supposed to be coming back? Wasn't meant to be carbon tax, a carbon tax. We're going to have a carbon tax, a carbon tax, a carbon tax. Abbott promised the coalition would campaign against the tax every second of every minute of every day of every week of every month, which just shows how much spare time you can have when your only policy is stop the votes. The opposition has started the mother of all scare campaigns, claiming food, petrol and electricity prices will go through the roof, which is on fire and full of boat people whose funerals we'll have to pay for. But Gillard insists she won't back down from her backing down. If anything, she'll be moving forward in reverse. Moving forward in reverse. And that's the good news. Thank you. Good evening. Tonight, in a brave new world of television evolution, the Clown Prince, Mikey Robbins.
Hello. Thank you.
Coming to a club near you in May with her own personal live extravaganza, the brunette, more gentleman preferred, Julia Morris. And the gorgeous young thing from The Circle, Colin Lane. They're locked in mortal combat with the siren Claire Hooper. He's coming to the Adelaide Fringe this Thursday, then touring Australia with his new show, Cirque de Byrne, the Irish explosive device, Jason Byrne. And just back from Japan, MTV, VJ, thrill seeker, wild thing, Erin McNaught. How are you, Jason?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah. I
thought you were trying to look by Erin.
How are you, Erin? You've just come back from Japan.
How
are you going? Who are you going?
No, we can talk now. I've dispensed with him. He's right.
Oh yeah, be careful. He does that quite quickly to you.
Well, we've had our moments, haven't we? We've had moments.
I've had moments behind that desk.
Oh, I've had moments.
Oh, God, yeah. I'm still having nightmares over that.
So you're just back from Japan?
Yes.
What were you doing in Japan?
I was over there for MTV's Japan Jam, which is basically just snowboarding and partying and
that's
snowboarding.
a job. That's a job, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's my job.
Snowboarding and partying, this is like Charlie Sheen style snowboarding,
No, real snowboarding with actual snowboarders and a big jump. It was great.
Do you have to ski before you can snowboard? Is that skiing?
I don't think there's any.
Look,
I don't think there's any rules.
So there's no rules? No. You just get to the top of a mountain and just go... Oh my God, I could so do that.
Have you not been to a snowfield and seen that?
No, I'm from Ireland.
Oh, yeah.
We're not allowed to have anything because we've no money left. It's all gone.
Julia Morris.
How are you?
I'm very well. You're back in Australia?
I am. Look, I'm only back for 72 hours.
From LA, is that right?
Yes, in case I eat something. So I have to go back to LA where you're not allowed to eat anything.
Well, you're looking very dashing tonight in your lace.
Well, someone said you get smarter if you dye your hair darker, so now I'm really clever.
What's happening in LA?
LA, look, it's all happening, you know. People are so genuine and the audiences are terrific because they like to laugh like this. Oh, that's funny. So I thought I'm going to come home and tour in Australia where I get my beautiful proper laughs and people coming up and trying to touch me inappropriately, which of course I back up for.
Where are they touching you?
In DY, in Sawtell, in Coffs Harbour. They're all over the place.
What do you mean by back up?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
That means just get up and get a little jiggle on. Because there's still a lot of jiggling in the back, and then if you give someone a little back hug like that and give them a little jiggle, they get a bit woo.
So what does back up mean?
Just stepping back and hoping for the best.
I see.
Happy Mardi Gras!
Colin.
Yes, Mr. McDermott.
What's going on in your life?
I'm doing the Circle on 10 Network, which is great, because now, when I come on Good News Week, I don't actually have to be as funny. Because I'm just doing kind of some network cross-promotion thing. So I'm like Erin McNaught. I mean, you can probably be funny, I'm sure, but... Good night, everybody. Thank you so much. See you later. Bye. Okay. Thank you.
That's good.
Yeah.
Thank you. What I meant to... Did you take it the wrong way? Because they took it the wrong way. Did you take it the wrong way? Because I didn't mean it the wrong way.
It's okay.
What I meant to say was... What did I mean to say?
You meant to say...
I'm just here to sit next to Paul and make him feel better.
You're intelligent and beautiful and talented, but you're not a comedian. That's what I'm saying.
It's going
Is that
well.
right?
I think it's going well.
Hey, Cole, this is not what she meant by backing up.
Yeah, right. What I'm doing is digging, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not backing up, I'm
Would
digging.
you like a nice hot cup of tea? Sit down, take a load off.
You just meant turn up and be effortlessly fabulous, I think is what you meant. Is that right?
I just meant to be nice and...
Colin, it's okay.
Do you normally speak to women? I mean, does your wife not keep you in the house a lot?
She's only let me out to do this show, pretty much.
Do you have neighbours? Do you have women neighbours?
I talk to women. I like women. I mean, you know, some of my best friends are women.
Some of my best friend.
Some of my...
With the top bit or the bottom?
Some of my... I was trying so hard to just look good in a suit and just be polite and charming, and this audience just thinks I'm a bit of an asshole.
No, Cole, as my grandmother would have said, you really fucked that up.
Let's leave the lovely Colin Lane just for a second. Never thought we'd do this. Let's go on to Jason Byrne again. How are you, Jason?
How did that happen?
Yeah, you've just come in from Ireland?
Yes, I have. I've come over to Australia to literally collect money. Because in Ireland we are now in... Because the economy collapsed, and apparently Ireland kind of did it. And we were told that if we don't borrow from the EU that we will take the whole lot of Europe down. Now, of course, Irish people went, all right, let's not borrow money. Let's see what that looks like. But they went, no, you have to take the money. And now, apparently, we are 85 billion in debt. And apparently, to pay that back is going to cost roughly $1 trillion, which that word doesn't exist, really.
It does in America.
It does in America?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, that's just a trillion, million, billion, skillion, like, that's just... I mean, we're just kind of gone. But Germany own us now. The Germans.
Germans own Ireland.
Yeah.
Took a while, but they got there, didn't
Yeah,
they?
I know. Absolutely. But now we're owned by the Germans, which is funny because this is brilliant, right? Because the Germans are giving us money, right? And that's like giving the alcoholic new liver, right? And we're going, thanks, Germany. And the Germans are going, now don't fuck it up again, Ireland. And we're going, okay, we won't.
Are we all ready for this? What? You ready for this? You ready for this?
Well, I'm ready.
You ready?
What?
Okay. The first battleground is what's the story?
Oh,
it's a little different this week. Only one story, team versus team. Best answer gets the points. Players, be nice.
It's television. Oh, data!
Hi, darling.
Oh, Australian etiquette.
Anyone can answer this?
Ida has released a rapping. Ida raps to promote her new book, Modern Etiquette. And I couldn't think of anyone more stylish and glamorous and still sexually attractive than Ida.
She is delicious.
It's not exactly rapping, it was more like melodic rhyming. Yeah,
When
like
you go for your knife and fork, you start on the outside, mothers.
No,
When you come in one by one, you can pick up your glovers. You see, I mimed it, and then I rapped it, and then I rhymed it.
Who is she?
Yeah.
Who is she? Is that Isaac?
She's the most powerful woman that's ever lived in this country.
Is she the Queen of Australia?
Yes. Basically, she's the Queen of Australia. Also, her name's Ida Buttrose, which is why she's so... Yeah. I mean, basically, you would be really interested in surrounding yourself with polite people when your name's Buttrose.
She was a pioneer in Australian publishing for ladies. She's a very classy, substantially fabulous woman, and she's
She
just
writes about
released a
brass.
book on etiquette, which none of us have any of.
I've read it, though.
You've read it?
Have you?
Yeah. I was fascinated.
Did you learn anything from it?
I learned...
Obviously not.
Jason, just turn your chair slightly. Basically, when you're going to...
Oh, this way? You mean towards you?
So when you're going to the theatre and you sit down in your seat, you're not meant to, like, pass them with your bum in their face.
Oh, yeah.
You're meant to instead pass them with not only your genitals in their face, but making eye contact the whole time. That's etiquette.
What is it?
Creepy.
Check out my erection, Ida.
Wow. So you're supposed to go across the front?
You're supposed
with the
to
willies.
go front on, looking them dead in the eye.
I think you can
No,
kind of do like a diagonal thing so you'd get neither genitalia nor
No, I'm sorry.
butt
Only when you've got
bones.
slim hips, Erin. You wouldn't understand. The rest of you can't go diagonally. You can't.
You could just slide across people's laps. We'll just pull you across.
So what he said to her, that was okay.
Not only has publishing legend Ida Buttrose written a guide to Australian etiquette, she's also released a rap that makes Vanilla Ice look like Public Enemy.
Manners are simple and best of all, they're free. It's a gentle act of kindness between you and me. It's time to get classy, so let's take stock. That's the word from me, Ida from the block.
Ida from the
Ida
block.
from the block of cheese. I like big Buttrose, and I cannot lie. Yeah, thank you, everyone. Good show. And she's invented a special dance called There Goes the Other Hip Hop. The book has all sorts of handy tips. For example, urinating in public. According to Ida, public urination is against basic civil manners. I find it's usually against a wall. So after one butt-rosy round of Good News Week, the Robbins team are on 10 points, the Hooper team are on 10 points! Coming up, more stuff to mess with your head. During the break, as we resigned from the board, the teams were given 6 clues to one strange but true story. We have a boffin.
I'm looking for Charlie Sheen.
I don't understand.
Well, you could turn that little mirror around to underneath your nose and just spin it and sniff off it.
Spoken like somebody who's had to invent ways with what's in front of them.
We also have a farmyard friend.
Hey, look. I'm Lady Gaga 20 years from now.
I don't know whether are those airbags or...
Yes, it's a high-speed chicken. No, I actually found out what these are called. They're called... Because that's called the comb, the bit at the top, and they're called the wattles.
The what?
The wattle. And I've got big red ones.
Are you a rooster? Are you a rooster or a chicken?
Oh, mate, I'm just a cock.
We also have footwear. Curious, very curious.
Happy Mardi Gras!
Stirrups.
You wouldn't wear them on your feet and walk around.
Oh, you could.
Put your foot through them.
If you're really hammered, you could. It'd be brilliant, just walk yourself to the pub. Oh, or you could scare your children. What's that, Daddy? That's your mother's personality. No, I didn't mean that. Don't write that down, Col.
Col, new life.
Yep, this is a new life, or if you count the first 5 minutes of the show, hopefully maybe just a new show. With what I said that I meant to be being nice. Anyway, that's a huge egg on a really expensive thing to put it on that Channel 10 has provided for me. It says art department. Not a lot of art there. And so that inside this one could be Lady Gaga, couldn't it? Or if you're older, like me, it could be Mork.
Hey, can I just point out too that the process of making that brought tears to my eyes.
Because Julia was saying earlier that if you chop this off, you know, imagine the size of the soldier that you'd have to get in it. And Mikey and I were going, why would a soldier, like a soldier, want to get into an egg?
Yes.
And then we cleared it up and she was talking about toast.
Yes.
We also have massage. I think that's a massage thing.
That's a massage mat.
No one warned me about this. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for...
There's nothing better than getting a massage in a suit.
I don't know what these are
like
for,
people
but I
touching me,
assume
so-
they're some kind of... like...
That's just the
I think you have
ward
to
off
do
the
it.
demons.
Have to do it harder.
I think it's supposed to calm him down before you...
They are actually made of wood, they're cock.
Yeah, sorry.
Hey, Colin, do you want some liquid?
Yeah, I want some liquid.
Oh,
Yeah. It's called caring and sharing.
Thanks for that. That was beautiful. Erin McNaught, ladies and gentlemen. What a
Anytime.
gorgeous goddess.
I'll be sticking around later as well if anyone wants a massage.
Do you do a massage normally?
No.
Would you be a giver or a taker? Or?
I'm terrible. I get too antsy.
Oh yes, you like getting a massage, but you won't actually go. Yeah.
Yeah.
I always have to.
I get distracted. I'm like, ooh, just walk away.
Oh really? You just leave the guy or girl
And
with the creams all over her on her own.
And finally, we have this.
Isn't it rich? Are we a pair? Be here at last on the ground, you in midair. Send in the clouds.
That's it. Oh. Our stars will unscramble all that a little later. Up next, So You Think You Can Mime. This is Newsflash. Anyone can answer, anyone can jump in and take the points.
Is there a buzzer or we just yell like loud the answer?
There's no buzzers.
There's no buzzers.
No.
Disappointing. I get a little bit of tape to put my egg on and no buzzers.
Yeah.
Come on, you do a show with 3 girls on a couch. Come on.
Yeah. And the stuff that we get to work with is better.
This is Newsflash. Anyone can answer, anyone can jump in and take the points. Whose hair recently sold for over...
I know.
Oh, for
Justin
God's
Bieber.
sake.
Sorry.
That was
Erin.
Justin Bieber. Paul.
Thank you.
Yes, it
very
was.
much.
Hooray for us.
You know there's a team on this side, Paul.
I'm aware of that. It's just that, Erin was first with the hand up, and I thought it was so polite.
It was.
I thought, but she was the first person. I thought that was a little bit quicker.
It was certainly loud, and it did pull focus for a second. But quite frankly, that little bit of etiquette there, with the hand up.
Oh, good on you, Ita.
Okay.
In Canberra, where a team of structural engineers rushed to a government building after reports of violent shaking. What did they find?
Zumba!
Yes.
Zumba, thank you. You have to say something, though. You can't just put your hand up and go.
Yeah, he's right. I couldn't hear you from over there.
You are...
That's another 5 points for your team.
Yeah.
Did they even answer it?
Yes.
It was a Zumba class that was shaking the building.
What's a Zumba? Sorry, what's
Zumba.
a
Zumba.
The exercise craze that's sweeping the world.
They sell Zumba videos now, like DVDs, so you can stand in your lounge room doing odd
And you can
booty
play it on
shaking.
the Wii.
If we were getting any kickbacks from Zumba, we could go on, but we're going to stop now. The class had apparently caused a build-up of harmonic vibrations.
Oh.
Yeah, similar to small earthquake.
They must have been really good.
Or really fat.
Quite large.
No, it's a group of people all moving at the same
In the
time.
same-
You know
exactly,
that
yeah.
a big gay dance party on a plane brought the plane down and it crashed years ago for exactly the same reason, for everybody moving at once. And
They went down on a plane. Sorry.
And that's my gift to
I couldn't
you.
help myself.
That is going to take a run-up.
Here we go. In New York, a couple tried to scare... Try harder. In New York, a couple tried to scare their
I've
six-year-old...
got the answer, Paul.
Yes.
No way, doesn't. No way.
I will deduct points if you haven't got it right.
Something about the parents taking the children to the police station to scare them straight. Paul, perhaps? Paul?
Can anyone...
Sorry, if we look back on this, all you said was parents in New York.
New York
you
couple
said,
tried to
"I
scare
got
their
the answer."
six-year-old.
Yes.
Yes.
Did you get to that bit?
No, we haven't got to the actual answer yet. He's completed the question, which is good.
So wait a minute. So we have to create the questions.
No. Colin has come in prematurely.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I'm still asking the question.
Can we do that?
You can do it, but it doesn't seem to be getting us anywhere.
And I can assure you the brunette is definitely not making me smarter.
I'll just rephrase what Colin has said. In New York, a couple tried to scare their six-year-old daughter straight by taking her to the police station and threatening to leave her there.
Absolutely.
Now, here's anything more to add to that?
That's it. That's my answer.
Okay, that's the answer. What we need is the answer to the question. That's the answer for the answer. The question here is, what happened next?
Paul McDermott, Mikey's got something to say.
Zumba class? No,
Were the parents locked up? Were they?
Thank you very much. I'm going to give it to you there, Jason Byrne. Anybody else?
Total guess.
The couple were immediately arrested for child endangerment.
I would have thought.
Yeah.
Oh, they locked the 6-year-old in jail.
No, they took her there to scare her straight.
Right, so what was the question?
She used to...
The question specifically is what happened next.
I see, yes. And the other question is, what am I doing on this show?
Was she a lesbian?
No.
Strange enough, that was my first question when I heard the story.
What's
Because if she was, she'd have loved prison.
What's
Can
lesbian got to do
Can
with
we
it?
move on from child lesbianism, please?
Well, we are so going to win this.
Here's the last one. Anyone can answer.
Oh, really?
In Sweden, a man is recovering
Yes.
from stab wounds.
Oh, Julia, come on.
Oh, Julia, over in this section. So, he was doing an experiment to see if stabbing hurt.
No, that's not it.
No, that's not it.
No, that's not it. No, it is in Sweden, obviously.
What is it? What is it? What's
Okay, two men in Sweden were...
Two men in Sweden? Oh.
Just for like 1 minute. Okay.
Were they on their own?
No. Two men in Sweden
Was that girl that
decided to test out whether a knife-proof vest was indeed knife-proof. And the first test went well. It was, it saved the guy. And the second test, he missed because they were drunk and stabbed him in an undisclosed area.
Erin McNaught, ladies and gentlemen. The Roblins posse now on a mighty 12 points. 35 points for the Hooper team. Up next, So You Think You Can Mime.
Down.
It's time for a mime. Julia Morris, Jason Byrne, you're up. Very elegant.
Well, you're very kind. Thank
very
you so
elegant.
much.
Thanks,
75
Paul,
years in
thanks.
the business. Still
Very
very
elegant. What's your image? What's the image on your...
I don't know, it's one of those mystical T-shirts and I'm hoping that people will ask me, what is that?
I'd have.
It's a lady sitting on a chair with the Bible on her lap.
Oh.
Well, it probably isn't. It's probably just a lady with a book. Or maybe it's Jesus. Maybe this is what he looks like.
Okay, are we ready?
I'm not convinced I'm ready.
Are you going to read this? You've got to mime this. Let's
my
move in
God.
and have a read.
So we're doing this together, yeah?
You're doing this together, yeah?
Oh, that's going to be easy.
We don't read this out, obviously. Can you see?
I'd like to ask some forgiveness from my parents before we go ahead with this game.
I know how the casting is going for this. Do we do
Okay, so which one do you want to be?
How about while you figure this out, why don't you go over there and confer,
it? Right.
have a quick chat.
Okay, so...
Julia and Jason are going to do the mime together. Same story for both teams.
Well,
First lot,
you can't speak because everyone can hear us.
Oh, yeah.
first lot who can decipher it and explain it to me takes the points. Does that make sense? Okay.
Follow my lead and I'll follow your lead.
You know.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, right.
Wait a second. Wait. Wait. Your time starts now.
Okay, yeah, right. Okay, so...
10 points.
What? Okay.
Just a masterful walk.
So first... Right, so... No, but no...
Hey, Mikey, shut up.
Wait.
So, I'm not saying anything. You sure? I'm not. Good. What's that shit coming out of your mouth then?
No, it's just
I
noise.
will deduct points for speaking.
Yes.
Okay.
There's one from Julia.
Two people are getting married.
Look at it.
The
Yeah, but
male,
I got. No. Look. And I got this right.
Okay, hook up. Oh, I've got it! Oh, no, someone had a baby!
Is this...
I know! You're a surf lifesaver!
at a bucks night, the stripper or something had a
vibrator! The stripper had the vibrator! The stripper had a vibrator!
Yeah, sorry, vibrator. And no, shush! I said it first!
No, come on! Bring it on!
I'll take you, Mikey.
I want to see that.
At a bucks night, a stripper was using a vibrator and and she
Do that again.
and she managed to eject it at high velocity out of her chocha, and it hit the buck, the groom, in the head.
Groom?
Right? Whatever it's called.
Best man.
Best man.
Best man.
Best man.
Best man.
Priest.
Man.
It hit someone in the head.
Yeah, does anyone know where this story comes from?
Oh, her vagina. Africa. No.
Mesopotamia?
Darwin.
Okay.
Evolution. Darwin. Brilliant. Brilliant.
Ladies and gentlemen, Julia Morris, Jason Byrne. According to the Northern Territory News, the best man at a Darwin Bucks night was hit in the head by a fast-moving dildo, fired at him by the amazing pelvic muscles of an exotic dancer.
That can't be the actual fella, is it? Is that the actual guy that got it?
I don't know, that could be a recreation of the guy because he still seems to be in pain days after when the photograph was taken. The fella was just lucky her other chamber was empty, otherwise he could have lost an eye. The victim said the pink projectile flew about 7 metres out of her chocha or personal catapult and was looping about 2 metres high. Apparently, she practices by lying in bed and killing mozzies on the ceiling. And you should see her do the Sunday morning paper round. Oh, I'm ashamed of myself.
So that vibrator actually flew further than several Qantas jets this year.
Is that the noise that it makes?
No.
I don't know if we want to get into this, do we?
If you cup it gently, it's just... Psh, psh. What? No, that is the noise. I've heard that noise.
What?
What are you cupping? What are you cupping?
Chocha. It's just an affectionate thing.
Keep both hands on the table where people can see it.
It's, that's how you greet people in Ireland.
Once the stripper saw what had happened, she apologised profusely and quickly fired some Dettol and cotton balls at the wound. You need to be careful with this woman. One guy was having sex with her, and when she coughed, she launched him into a ceiling fan. Apologise to my mother. To my right now, 35 points, ladies and gentlemen. To my left, a monstrous 64 points.
Well done again.
After the break, Hotspot. Yeah, it's so good. I love it. I watched it twice. This is Hotspot, the most exciting use of a piece of plastic since David Beckham's wedding night. All set?
Yes, Paul! Yeah.
What else is Julia Gillard going to change her mind about?
Being a man.
Everything. She's a woman.
I just like the way that she did it. I just wanted to have a go.
The claws on you.
I think she might change her mind about going on Alan Jones again.
What did Tony Abbott previously do every second of every minute of every hour of every day of every week?
Make like a Toby jug.
Stand in front of a mirror and a pair of Speedos going, who's a pretty boy there?
Oh, yes.
Put his foot in his mouth, take it out. In his mouth, take it out.
Nothing personal, but it just looks like he's just been growing his ears. Just like...
What's the worst thing about being hit in the head by a pelvic-powered sex toy?
Because people will call you dickhead for life.
It leaves a scar in your hairline. Look.
Telling your wife why you needed discipline.
Trying to pick it up again afterwards?
How can that stripper's incredible powers be used for good?
Put him on the front line.
Brilliant.
Besides the craze for tiny video cameras mounted on bikes, what else can cyclists do to improve their safety?
Oh! Cyclists are fantastic and they're really lovely people and they are very normal and they're just terrific.
Buy a fucking car.
Maybe to let people know they're coming, they should put the playing card on the wheel. You know, so ticket, just to let people know they're coming. Maybe the tassels out from the handlebars. Just not making you safer, but just make you look nicer. Maybe.
Where would you like to mount a tiny video camera?
As a cyclist. Oh, right here.
I'll put a camera on the toe of my shoe at a woman's only kilt convention.
There already is a website.
Mikey.
Yeah. Oh, what? You haven't been there, McDermott?
Actually, you wouldn't, just on the cheek of your arse, just to see how big the poo is that's coming out. Because you never know if you need to stay there or if it's going to be a small, and then you're going,
Oh my God.
Brilliant.
Once when I was a little girl,
Yeah?
I accidentally walked in on my little brother doing poo. You know, like just didn't check and he was checking it out. He was propped on the toilet seat like this.
yeah, that's honest. Isn't it?
Did he do it every time? Did he do it every time or was it just that once and I happened to see it?
We should change this to confession spot.
You mean that's not how you poo?
I just want to say happy engagement party to my brother.
How can you tell if a mouse has a speech impediment? Impediment.
It's hosting a TV show.
And you've just lost all your points. Here's the last one now. What would you like to say to Charlie Sheen?
Please give me a go of your life.
That's it, it's over, ladies and gentlemen, we're done. Strange But True is next.
It's good news week.
Time to christen Strange But True. Teams, your clues were The Scientist.
Why have I got this on my head? Isn't that if I'm going caving?
No. That's to aim the dildo at.
Oh, right. That's
What?
That's
I'm dressed as a rooster and you're looking at me like, oh.
Oh my God, that's so weird. I can see my own nose really close up.
That's cool.
Oh.
Maybe that's what Jason needs for the toilet.
Yeah. Oh, you mean like a mirror with a hole in it?
Oh, yeah. I like where you're
That's a
going.
great idea. That's like surround. Doesn't matter.
So we have the scientist, we also have the rooster.
Cock-a-doodle-doo. Good morning.
We also have the stirrups.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
The stirrups.
Okay, I've got it. quite nice.
We also have the egg as demonstrated. The stress release. My job's hell sometimes, really.
Erin, have you ever massaged a puppet boy before?
And finally, we have this.
Oh, Colin, would you help me with this?
Absolutely, I'd love to help you and hopefully not hinder.
I think you'll be perfect.
I don't know the words.
Isn't it rich?
Yes, it is. It's a rich tapestry, the world that
Are we a pair?
we live in. Obviously, we're a pair, although there's other people that makes it complicated.
Be here at last on the ground.
On the ground or stage, whatever you want to call it. Not all the time, obviously. What do you think? I'm a bird man, but I'm trying.
Send in the clouds.
Well, they are ready. You just give me the sign of when you want me to send them in. And because I got them from the pub, so they're kind of clowns. They're not kind of, funny clowns. They're just a bit pissed, so they're kind
Isn't it bliss?
It is bliss. It is very nice with the feathers falling down.
Approve?
I do approve, although I didn't know about the feathers. I've got some allergic reaction.
One who keeps tearing around.
I'm not tearing around, I'm still...
One who can't move.
Well, I can move. Look, I can move. Look, I'm moving. I'm physical.
Send in the clouds.
You keep saying that, but I'm not sure whether you mean it or not because they're standing
There
by.
ought to be clowns.
There are clowns. There ought to be clowns. You said,
Do you want to sing?
don't bother.
They're here.
Anybody, what's it about? Anybody, what's it about?
Okay, stirrups. I
Yes.
think pregnancy. I think there's an egg, something to do with pregnancy. Boffin studied something. Sometimes women like to get massaged when they're being pregnant.
If you massage chickens, then clowns can ride them.
I would pay a lot of money to see that.
This might seem like a strange question, but should I bring in the clowns now? Because they're still outside.
No, I think we've
Okay,
the clowns.
don't worry about it.
24 guys just got into a little Fiat and drove off.
Anybody, come on, Mikey Robbins.
It has to do with research into
Into how women conceive better if they laugh after they've had sex. When their husbands do them, if they laugh afterwards, then they're more likely to actually
See,
have a
afterwards,
baby.
as opposed to during.
All right.
Laughter helps you conceive.
Thank you, that's very beautifully put, yes.
Well,
It's a very common reaction.
Laughter's a common reaction
Yeah.
to what?
Rolling around.
Yeah. Apparently it is.
Thing is, you're experiencing a different type of laughter to what we would experience. Because normally, my wife wouldn't be able to stop laughing while it's actually happening.
The worst one is the one before. That?
Is it if you sing into a woman's vagina, a baby comes out?
Basically, if you want to get pregnant, knock her up in a circus.
I got to be honest, they're a little bit closer.
Funny people. Funny if you have sex with funny people, you fall pregnant.
I know, I did.
Is it clown midwives?
It's very close.
Is it
very
really?
close?
Is it
Clowns
clown
in-
being a midwife?
Yes, thank you very
In
much.
the delivery room.
What did you say?
Clowns in the delivery room.
Get out of it! I mean, brilliant. What? Yes. We won.
You're not meant to be surprised by the answer that you're giving.
What, do you mean the clown doctors in the room? They're a fantastic organisation, the clown doctors, you know that.
Quite close to the clown doctors.
so
The
you're
clowns
just
are
saying-
actually
Yeah.
there to help
What?
with the IVF.
The
Did someone
IVF,
say you mentioned the IVF?
Except it doesn't really work if they squeeze the boobs and go.
IVF clinics are using clowns to release a hormone in women after the sexual act, which will make fertilisation more successful.
Mikey Robbins, ladies and gentlemen, taking the points at the end of the game.
Yes!
Brilliant.
I am the cockmaster!
In Israel, women who've tried everything to get pregnant now have a new option: treatment by medical clown. After all, what's a testicle but a mini minor for thousands of little clown sperm? In a study of 229 IVF patients, women who received a visit from a clown straight after the embryos were implanted had almost twice as much chance of becoming pregnant as those who didn't. The doctors aren't sure if it was the laughter, the fear, or all the zany clown sex that did it. The goal of the study was to see if laughter could reduce stress and increase the chances of the embryo reaching the womb. Although, if the woman laughed too loud, they actually fired the embryo across the room. So, in the big top tonight, Mikey Robbins, Julia Morrison, Colin Lane scored a lion-hearted 145 points! You did it! Tamed by Claire Hooper, Jason Byrne and Erin McNaught on 146 points!
It was close.
So weird. Oh, come on, grumpy face. Come on. 10.com.au/GNW is the address to get the podcast, go behind the scenes, or buy the new Mikey Robbins Barnyard alarm clock. When you need a cock to wake you up, choose Mikey.
I'm an early riser.
So we say a carbon tax, and leave you with the good news for the week ahead. In Sydney, the CEO of Vodafone Australia will address a business forum followed by a poor reception. Rupert Murdoch will turn 80. Wonderful man, only eclipsed by his remarkable son. Great fella. Shadow Treasurer Joe Hockey will be at the Sydney Institute. Tony Abbott has given his angry, silent nod of approval. According to Fox News, Rupert Murdoch will turn 40. Neil Diamond will be in Melbourne. Santana will be in Perth. Weird Al Yankovic will be on the Gold Coast. And young people will be somewhere else. And it's the St Kilda Football Club's annual Family Day, offering fans, and I quote, the chance to rub shoulders with their heroes. Just shoulders? Surely not. Good night.